The air crackles with anticipation. A hush falls over the expectant crowd. 7 trumpets gleam under the stage lights. This is the prelude to the apocalypse. The 7 trumpets of Revelation have captivated humanity for millennia. Their blasts paint a picture of unimaginable destruction. The question isn't whether these trumpets will sound, but are we listening? The answers, like the trumpets, are both jarring and illuminating. The word apocalypse often conjures images of fire and brimstone, of cataclysmic events that shatter our world. Apocalypse, in its original Greek, means unveiling or revelation. It's not about the end of the world, but rather the end of our current understanding of the world. It's a stripping away of the illusion, a pulling back of the curtain to reveal the truth that lies beneath. As we stand at the precipice of the 21st century, facing unprecedented challenges on a global scale, the echoes of the 7 trumpets resonate with a chilling familiarity. Climate change, with its devastating floods, fires, and famines, mirrors the ecological devastation foretold in the first trumpet. The book of Revelation is ultimately a message of hope, a promise that even in the darkest of times, even in the face of unimaginable suffering, God's love and mercy will prevail. Silence. A silence so profound, so absolute that it seems to swallow sound itself. Then a piercing note, sharp and high, cuts through the stillness. The first trumpet sounds, its brazen voice echoing across the heavens, a harbinger of chaos and change. The angel, cloaked in blinding light, lowers the instrument, its melody lingering in the air, a haunting prelude to the devastation to come. The first of the 7 seals has been broken, and the wrath of God is about to be unleashed upon the earth. John, the writer of the book of Revelation, watches in awe and terror as the heavens themselves seem to split open. His words, stark and vivid, paint a picture of unimaginable destruction. And the first angel sounded, and there followed hail and fire mingled with blood, and they were cast upon the earth. And the third part of trees was burnt up, and all green grass was burnt up. Revelation 8:7. The imagery is stark, terrifying, and undeniably symbolic. The hail and fire, mingled with blood, speak of a violence that is both natural and unnatural, a blending of the elements into a force of pure destruction. This is not a localized event, a storm confined to a single region. This is a global cataclysm, a sweeping judgment that reaches every corner of the earth. Hail, a symbol of nature's fury, often heralds storms of immense power. It represents the cold, unforgiving aspect of the natural world, a force that can obliterate crops, shatter roofs, and even kill. Fire, the antithesis of hail, embodies the opposite extreme, uncontrollable heat consuming all in its path. Fire is a symbol of purification, of transformation, but also of utter destruction. It is a force that can both create and annihilate. The combination of these 2 opposing elements, hail and fire, speaks to the chaotic and unpredictable nature of the judgment unleashed by the first trumpet. This is not a gentle rain, a cleansing fire. This is a storm of unimaginable ferocity, a tempest of ice and flame, mingled with the blood of the innocent and the guilty alike. This blood, a chilling addition to the hail and fire, adds a layer of visceral horror to the scene. It speaks of suffering, of death on a massive scale. But whose blood is it? Is it the blood of the wicked punished for their sins? Or is it the blood of the innocent, caught in the crossfire of divine judgment? The text doesn't specify, leaving the question open to interpretation, adding to the unsettling ambiguity of the scene. The destruction wrought by the first trumpet is not random. It targets specific aspects of the natural world, elements that are essential for life itself. And the third part of trees was burnt up, and all green grass was burnt up. The number 3, repeated throughout the book of Revelation, holds significant symbolic weight. It represents completeness, wholeness, and in this context, the totality of God's creation. The targeting of trees and grass, the very foundation of the Earth's ecosystem, speaks to the severity of the judgment. Trees, symbols of strength, longevity, and wisdom, are reduced to ash. Grass, representing life in its most basic form, is obliterated. This is not just an attack on the physical world, but on the very life force that sustains it. The destruction of a third of the Earth's vegetation has profound implications. It disrupts the delicate balance of the ecosystem, threatening the survival of countless species. It leads to famine as crops fail and livestock perish. It accelerates climate change as the Earth's ability to absorb carbon dioxide is compromised. The first trumpet, in its symbolic devastation, foreshadows the very real environmental crises facing our planet today. The first trumpet blast serves as a wake-up call, a stark warning of the consequences of humanity's actions. It forces us to confront the burning question: are we, as stewards of this planet, responsible for the destruction that is unfolding around us? Have our actions, our greed, our disregard for the natural world angered the divine and brought this judgment upon us? The book of Revelation doesn't offer easy answers. It challenges us to look within, to examine our own hearts and our role in the unfolding drama. The first trumpet is not just a prophecy of doom, but a call to action. It is a reminder that we are not separate from the natural world, but an integral part of it. Our fate is inextricably linked to the fate of the planet. The first trumpet, with its terrifying imagery and symbolic power, compels us to confront our own mortality, our own complicity in the destruction of the earth. It challenges us to change our ways, to seek forgiveness, and to embrace a path of sustainability and stewardship. For in the ashes of the old, there is always the potential for new life, new growth, and a new beginning. The second trumpet sounds, and a new vision unfolds before John's eyes. A great mountain burning with fire was cast into the sea, turning a third of it to blood. The vision is vivid and terrifying, symbolizing monumental upheaval. This transformation echoes the plagues of Egypt, signifying profound ecological turmoil. The second trumpet's impact on the sea is catastrophic. The transformation of the waters into blood is a direct assault on the ocean's life-sustaining properties. Water, essential for life, becomes an agent of death and decay. The imagery evokes a sense of horror and urgency. The ocean, covering over 70% of the Earth's surface, is vital to the planet's health. The vision of a third of the sea turning to blood symbolizes a profound ecological crisis. The second trumpet serves as a stark warning about the consequences of environmental degradation. The prophecy continues with a grim tally of the destruction. And the third part of the creatures which were in the sea and had life died, and the third part of the ships were destroyed. Revelation 8:9. The death of a third of marine life is a staggering loss, one that underscores the interconnectedness of all living things. The sea, once teeming with life, becomes a graveyard, its vibrant ecosystems decimated. Marine life is incredibly diverse, ranging from microscopic plankton to the largest whales. The loss of a third of this biodiversity would have a cascading effect, disrupting food chains and marine habitats. Such a catastrophe would not only impact the ocean, but also human communities that rely on it for food, livelihood, and cultural identity. The destruction of ships adds another layer to the disaster. Ships represent human enterprise, trade, and exploration. Their destruction signifies a halt in these activities, leading to economic turmoil and isolation. This imagery reflects the broader implications of environmental collapse, affecting not just the natural world, but human societies and economies as well. The second trumpet's vision serves as a powerful reminder of the fragility of life and the interconnectedness of our planet's ecosystems. It calls attention to the urgent need for conservation and sustainable practices. By highlighting the potential consequences of our actions, it urges us to take responsibility for the health of our oceans and the life they support. The second trumpet's harrowing vision is a call to reflection and action. It urges us to consider the state of our oceans and the impact of our activities. The imagery of a burning mountain and blood-red seas is a powerful metaphor for today's crises. It compels us to confront pollution, overfishing, and climate change. Our oceans are in peril, coral reefs are bleaching, fish populations are dwindling, plastic pollution is pervasive. These challenges require urgent action from everyone. The second trumpet's warning is a call to stewardship. We have the power to change history and protect our planet. Reflecting on the second trumpet, we must ask ourselves, what can we do to safeguard our oceans? The third trumpet sounds and the heavens tremble once more. This time the devastation descends from the starlit expanse above. And the third angel sounded, and there fell a great star from heaven, burning as it were a lamp. signifying a dramatic fall from grace. This star, however, is not just any celestial body, it has a name, wormwood. In the ancient world, wormwood was a bitter herb, often associated with sorrow, bitterness, and poison, a celestial entity whose arrival signifies contamination and suffering. As wormwood plunges into the rivers and springs, a transformation occurs. The life-giving waters turn bitter and deadly, and the name of the star is called wormwood. The once pristine waters become a source of sickness and death. This contamination has a devastating impact on humanity. The very element that sustains them turns against them. This imagery highlights the delicate balance of life. Section 3. Wormwood's Bitter Truth. The third trumpet's message is a potent one, highlighting the interconnectedness of the natural world and human society. The poisoning of the waters serves as a powerful metaphor for the broader consequences of environmental degradation. When we pollute our water sources, we pollute ourselves. When we disrupt the delicate balance of nature, we disrupt our own well-being. The bitterness of wormwood also speaks to the consequences of our choices. Just as the star's descent poisons the waters, so too can our actions have unintended and far-reaching consequences. Greed, selfishness, and disregard for others can poison our relationships, communities, and the world around us. The imagery of wormwood challenges us to examine the bitterness we may harbor within ourselves. Are we holding on to anger, resentment, or unforgiveness? These negative emotions, like poison, can contaminate our thoughts, words, and actions, spreading bitterness to those around us. The third trumpet, while terrifying in its imagery, also offers a glimmer of hope. By recognizing the consequences of our actions, both individually and collectively, we can choose a different path. We can choose to protect our water sources, to act with compassion and understanding, and to cultivate a spirit of generosity and love. A thirst for change. The third trumpet's message is a call to action. Protect our environment and quench our thirst for more than bitterness. Advocate for policies that protect water sources and promote sustainability. Reduce consumption and support responsible businesses. Hold leaders accountable for sound environmental policies. Choose forgiveness, empathy, and love to counteract negativity. Seek truth, beauty, and goodness for meaning and purpose. The third trumpet is a wake-up call for humanity. Protect our planet and choose love over bitterness. Quench our thirst for a just and sustainable world. The celestial darkness. The fourth trumpet sounds, and with it comes a darkness that chills the soul. A third of the sun, moon, and stars are darkened, casting an eerie shadow over the earth. This cosmic disturbance symbolizes profound instability. A world without reliable light is plunged into uncertainty and fear. The darkening of celestial bodies also signifies a loss of enlightenment and wisdom. Ignorance, despair, and moral confusion reign. The symbolism of the sun, moon, and stars extends beyond their physical presence. In many cultures and religious traditions, these celestial bodies carry profound meanings. The sun often represents life, energy, and the divine. Its light and warmth are essential for growth and survival, making its darkening a symbol of diminished life force and divine favor. The moon, with its cycles and phases, is frequently associated with time, change, and femininity. Its light, though reflected, is a beacon in the night, guiding travelers and marking the passage of time. Darkening the moon disrupts these rhythms, symbolizing a break in the natural order and a loss of temporal guidance. Stars, scattered across the night sky, have long been symbols of fate, destiny, and navigation. They are the ancient compasses, guiding sailors across uncharted waters and helping individuals find their way. The dimming of the stars implies a loss of direction, a cosmic disorientation that reflects a deeper moral and spiritual confusion on Earth. The fourth trumpet's darkening of these celestial bodies suggests a period of great turmoil and upheaval. It signifies not just a physical darkness, but a spiritual and intellectual one as well. In this time, humanity's ability to see clearly, both literally and metaphorically, is compromised. The loss of light represents a loss of insight, wisdom, and divine connection. The imagery of the fourth trumpet can be related to natural phenomena such as eclipses and air pollution. Eclipses momentarily darken the sky, while air pollution has a more persistent effect. Smog and particulate matter can obscure the sun, creating a perpetual twilight. The fourth trumpet highlights the environmental consequences of our actions. Darkened skies remind us of the need for sustainable practices and environmental stewardship. The fourth trumpet's darkening of the celestial bodies offers a glimpse beyond the veil of reality, challenging us to confront deeper truths about our existence. It forces us to question the stability of the natural order. This cosmic disturbance serves as a wake-up call, urging us to seek a higher understanding and a deeper connection with the divine. The fourth trumpet, while ominous, offers an opportunity for profound transformation. By embracing its lessons, we can navigate through the darkness and emerge with a greater understanding of ourselves and our world. The fifth trumpet sounds, and with it, a new horror is unleashed upon the earth. This time, the threat emerges not from the heavens above, but from the depths below. John's vision is chillingly vivid, and the fifth angel sounded, and I saw a star fall from heaven unto the earth, and to him was given the key of the bottomless pit, Revelation 9:1. The imagery of the bottomless pit or abyss is both terrifying and evocative. The abyss is a place of chaos and torment, a prison for the forces of evil. From the smoke-filled abyss emerges a swarm of locusts unlike any seen before. These are not ordinary insects. These are creatures of nightmare, imbued with terrifying power. Their arrival is swift and relentless, a living cloud of darkness descending upon the earth. They are described as having the likeness of horses prepared for battle, with faces like men, hair like women, and teeth like lions. Their wings beat with a deafening roar, and their tails, armed with stingers like scorpions, drip with venom. They are commanded to torment only those who do not have the seal of God upon their foreheads. The scorpion-like stings bring unimaginable agony, pushing humanity to the brink of despair. This is a torment that attacks not just the body, but the very soul. The fifth trumpet's plague is a test of faith, a crucible in which humanity is tested. Those without God's seal are subjected to unimaginable suffering. Their cries for mercy echo unanswered, their pleas for death denied. The torment lasts for 5 months, a relentless assault on their senses and sanity. The locusts embody the consequences of sin, the bitter fruit of defiance against God's will. Yet even in this torment there is hope for those who bear the seal of God. This distinction highlights the importance of faith and obedience. The fifth trumpet serves as a reminder that even in the darkest times, God's grace and protection are available. As the locusts swarm, those marked for punishment face their torment. There is no escape, no refuge from the relentless onslaught. Some turn to empty rituals, others seek comfort in human connection. The fifth trumpet's plague highlights the fragility of human existence. It forces many to confront the emptiness of their lives. But even in despair, a glimmer of hope remains. The torment is a trial, a test of faith designed to purify and refine. The message, though terrifying, is ultimately one of hope and a call to repentance. The sixth trumpet blast signals a new wave of devastation. John describes a scene of immense power and dread. 4 angels bound until this moment are released to unleash divine wrath. These angels are not benevolent beings, but instruments of judgment. Their release signifies a conflict of unimaginable scale and ferocity. The Euphrates River, a historical barrier, dries up, symbolizing the removal of human power. The drying up of the Euphrates represents a merging of East and West in a final conflict. The stage is set for a battle that will determine the fate of humanity. The chains binding the 4 angels shatter, shaking the earth. These angels command a force of 200 million horsemen. John describes the horses and their riders in vivid detail. The horses breathe fire, smoke, and brimstone. Their riders wield weapons capable of inflicting unimaginable pain. This is a war of annihilation, a purging fire meant to cleanse the earth. The angels and their horsemen are relentless, their objective clear: to slay a third of mankind. Their advance is unstoppable, leaving a trail of destruction and despair. As the angelic army lays waste, the Euphrates River begins to dry up. This drying up is a deliberate act, paving the way for another force. The Euphrates, a historical barrier, symbolizes the removal of human resilience. The world, already reeling from previous plagues, is now spiritually parched. The stage is set for a final confrontation. The angelic army continues its rampage while the kings of the east march closer. The sixth trumpet serves as a reminder that humanity's choices have consequences. The time for repentance is rapidly drawing to a close. An eerie silence descends upon the ravaged earth. The sixth trumpet's fury has subsided, leaving a world scarred and broken. This is merely the prelude to the final act. John braces himself for the final trumpet blast. The seventh angel stands poised, ready to unleash the climax. The tension is palpable, a suffocating silence that speaks volumes. The seventh trumpet is about transformation, the birth of a new heaven and earth. John knows that what he is about to witness will forever change history. The seventh trumpet sounds, heralding transformation and hope. The voice of God fills the heavens, proclaiming a new era. The kingdoms of this world become the kingdoms of our Lord. The forces of darkness are vanquished, their power shattered. The throne of God appears, a symbol of ultimate power. The elders cast their crowns before the throne, acknowledging God's sovereignty. The seventh trumpet marks the end of an era and the beginning of another. The earth, cleansed by judgment, is now ready for renewal. A new vision unfolds. The New Jerusalem descends from the heavens. This city, a place of unimaginable beauty, is a sanctuary for the redeemed. John describes its walls adorned with precious stones and gates guarded by angels. The city is illuminated by the glory of God with no need for sun or moon. The river of life flows through the city, its banks lined with the tree of life. The New Jerusalem symbolizes God's eternal kingdom. It is the ultimate destination for the faithful, a promise of a future free from suffering. The seventh trumpet offers a glimpse into humanity's ultimate destiny, a reminder of God's enduring love and mercy. The seven trumpets of Revelation, seven blasts that echo through the corridors of time, each one a stark warning, a chilling prophecy of judgment and upheaval. We have journeyed together through each blast, explored their symbolic meaning, and felt their unsettling relevance to our modern world. The earth groans under the weight of environmental destruction, mirroring the hail and fire of the first trumpet. Our oceans, polluted and depleted, reflect the blood-red waters of the second. The poisoning of our water sources, a stark reminder of Wormwood's bitter touch. These are not mere stories, but echoes of a past that speaks to the potential of our future. The urgency in these ancient words is undeniable. We are living in a time of unprecedented change, a time when the choices we make today will determine the fate of generations to come. To ignore these warnings is to court disaster, to invite the very calamities these trumpets foretell. The time for complacency is over. The time for action is now. We must awaken from our slumber, shake off the chains of apathy, and confront the challenges before us with clear eyes and resolute hearts. The future may seem bleak, the path ahead fraught with uncertainty, but we are not without hope. The book of Revelation, for all its terrifying imagery, is ultimately a message of hope, a promise of redemption, and a call to action. Within the echoes of warning, we must listen for the whispers of hope. The seven trumpets, while terrifying in their scope, are not a preordained destiny, but a call to course correction. They are a divine wake-up call, urging us to examine our actions, to repent of our destructive ways, and to embrace a path of righteousness and sustainability. The choice is ours to make. Will we heed the warnings and change our ways, or will we continue down the path of destruction, inviting the very calamities these trumpets foretell? The choice may seem daunting, the task ahead overwhelming, but we are not alone in this struggle. The book of Revelation reminds us that even in the darkest of times, even in the face of unimaginable suffering, God's love and mercy endure. He is with us always, offering guidance, strength, and the promise of ultimate victory over evil. The path forward is clear. We must turn away from greed and selfishness, from the pursuit of power and material wealth at the expense of our planet and our fellow human beings. We must embrace compassion, empathy, and a deep reverence for all life. We must become stewards of the earth, protectors of its resources, and champions for justice and equality for all. The seven trumpets of Revelation are not a prediction of the end, but a call to a new beginning. They challenge us to rise above the chaos and despair of our times and to create a world worthy of our highest aspirations, a world where peace reigns, love triumphs, and justice prevails. This is the hope that lies at the heart of the apocalypse, the promise of a future filled with possibility and light. This is not a task for the faint of heart. It will require courage, determination, and an unwavering faith in the power of good to overcome evil. But we are not without resources. We have the wisdom of the ages to guide us, the lessons learned from past mistakes to illuminate our path. We have the power of prayer, the strength of community, and the boundless love of God to sustain us. The choice is ours. Will we answer the call? Humanity always has the choice to turn back and embrace truth and love. But to do so, we must awaken the people around us and free them from their often misguided ideological beliefs and fears. The 7 trumpets have sounded. The time to choose is now. Thank you so much for watching. Follow our channel so you won't miss any of our exciting videos.